What's up, boxing fans? This is TBE Boxing, back at you again. Today's topic, Devin Haney attacked by Black and Latino YouTube content creators who support cheating and racism in boxing. Let's chop it up and see what it's all about.
Got the money for minutes, pretty bitch, gotta show me titties. This is the life that I chose, huh? On the block with the pole, huh? This is the life that I chose, huh? On the block with the pole, huh? That's life before riches, huh? And I got the glitz, you gonna pull me, I'ma make you get it. I'ma make you get it.
Okay, boxing fans, we're going to talk some boxing today. And there's a lot to talk about, but we're going to try to make it short and sweet. So let's chop it up. All right, so this is about the Devin Haney situation. As you all know, Devin Haney has been coming under attack from all these YouTube content creators, and you see a list of them up there. Haters rule, the usual suspects from left to right. You got Punch Junk, KC Boxing, Knockout 86 Boxing, Showbiz, Phantom Boxing, Southpaw, Boxing Ego, and Manager 40. So all of these guys are basically on the are members of the so-called hater cartel. Most of them, well, actually all of them were former members of the Errol Spence Protection Brigade, the Errol Spence Protection Brigade. So these guys are former members of that brigade, and now they have formed a new cartel. I call it the hater cartel. So basically, as you all know, back in the days before the Errol Spence fight came on, and before they actually fought, these guys were telling people out there, spinning narratives about Crawford, telling lies about Crawford. They probably got a lot of people to lose money on the Crawford fight because they was telling everybody that it's going to be a slam dunk for Spence. He's going to knock Crawford out. The whole 9 yards. We all remember what was going down, and so they basically just did their best to attack Crawford and boost up Errol Spence. And well, we all know what happened on July 29th. Okay, the rest is history. Spence ended up getting defeated by Crawford in spectacular fashion, and the rest is history. So these guys, scattered like, they were scattered basically after that. They were shocked. A lot of them, had PTSD or PTSD. A lot of them, had to leave YouTube. They scattered. They were retired. A lot of them quit. So, but they still have these guys hanging around, the usual suspects, still doing their thing. Now they've decided that they're going to attack Devin Haney. That's their new victim, so to speak, because they can't attack Crawford anymore. Crawford has basically bodied them, and he's still up there, at the top of the boxing game right now. So there's nothing they can really say about Crawford. They can't really talk about Errol Spence because he's not doing anything. Okay, basically, his career might be over as far as we know. He might have been ended by Crawford, at the end of the day. So their new victim is Devin Haney and his father, right? Basically attacking Devin Haney and his dad. So we're not gonna, go into a lot of talking. I don't like to do a lot of talking. I just like to go to the receipts. So we're gonna go straight to the receipts, and I'm gonna need you to check this out.
The second part, okay, sued by Devin Haney for fraud. And the funny thing is, notice it says for fraud, but one of the other counts is battery.
Okay, let's go back a little bit before that. Okay, and pick this up. Here we go.
Right? Ryan and his BM filed for divorce. That part is true. Then she filed for a restraining order, but then I guess she talked to Ryan and they came to terms. So she withdrew or retracted the restraining order. So that's done. There's no ordinance or restraining order that prevents him from seeing her, right? They talked it out. and they agreed to give her, I guess, $23,000 a month in child support. Again,
Okay, that's not what we're looking for. So we're gonna go jump just a little bit ahead. Okay, so here we go.
and the funny thing is, notice it says for fraud, but one of the other counts is battery. But the Haneys, trying to uphold their image, they probably felt, dang, we're getting roasted by suing for battery. So we'll just include the fraud count. But then if you look at the actual paperwork, they're suing for battery as well. So why didn't you put battery on this? Why didn't you put April 20th, Devin Haney got leveled by Ryan Garcia's left hook? You're just including what you want to include, and this is very weird to me. October.
Okay, so what he's talking about there is the Devin Haney Ryan Garcia fight where Ryan Garcia cheated, and by you coming in overweight and using steroids or PEDs, and so here you have Boxing Eagle talking about the fact that it's very weird to him that Devin Haney is suing Ryan Garcia, right? It's weird. I mean, what's actually weird about it? I have no idea. But you have a guy that comes in cheating, and you were supposed to fight this guy, but he cheated by coming overweight, which you overlooked. And then he was also hopped up on drugs. And, he was busted for drugs, went to court, admitted that he used the PEDs and that he was guilty of cheating. So what is weird about suing somebody for doing that? I mean, this boxing is a business, right? And in business, the way you handle these type of things is, with lawsuits. You don't go in there and beat the guy up or, do it street, as they're trying to say. Devin is not street because he's suing for battery, okay? Why is he suing for battery when he's a boxer and they're supposed to settle that in the ring? Okay, well okay. So they're supposed to settle it in the ring. So how are they going to get Ryan Garcia in the ring? Is he going to voluntarily come in the ring and fight Devin Haney fairly without using drugs or without coming in overweight? How is that going to happen? He didn't do it the first time, right? He had a chance to do that, and what did he do? He cheated. Why would somebody cheat? You cheat because you're afraid that you're not going to win. Okay? You cheat because you think you're going to lose. And so if you don't want to lose, you feel like you have to cheat. And that's what Ryan Garcia did. But yet still, these guys are blaming Devin Haney. Okay? They're criticizing Devin Haney. They're not criticizing Ryan Garcia. Even after Ryan Garcia came out and said that he would like to dig up a black man who was murdered by the police, and he would like to dig him up and murder him again. And then he's out there, calling people all kind of racial stereotypes and the like. So this is the guy that these people that we see up here, the haters cartel, the hater cartel, that's the guy that they're riding with against Devin Haney, right? To me, that's weird. But let's continue. Check this out.
So both sides present their evidence and information, and this is a smart move from Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. And if the arbitrator, as you guys heard, if the arbitrator rules in favor of Wilder, then that means Fury will have to pay like damages or whatever it's labeled or called. He's going to have to pay Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder. Or he's going to have to fight him or whatever the case is. And it could get interesting because Tyson Fury, I don't know his residency, but he lives in the UK. So as the video said, typically in the USA, you have to pay, if the arbitrator says so. But if Tyson Fury refuses, then Wilder has a lawsuit on his hands. So very smart move by having this in the contract for Deontay Wilder. I really like this move. It's a shame that it's come to this.
Okay, so there it is. That's the same Boxing Eagle talking about Deontay Wilder suing Tyson Fury. Now, why did Deontay Wilder sue Tyson Fury? because they had a contract supposed to fight, and somehow the contract got expired or whatever, and Fury wanted to move on, and Deontay Wilder won the third fight because he lost the second fight. As you all know, in the second fight, they said that Fury cheated, that Deontay Wilder needed to sue him, because he dented Deontay Wilder's head, a whole bunch of nonsense, really. Okay, at the end of the day, they claim that Mark Breland poisoned Deontay Wilder's water. He put something in the water. It was a glove gate. It was Watergate. All type of unhinged conspiracy theories came out during that fight about Wilder and Tyson Fury, and that Tyson Fury cheated. Now, nobody ever proved that Tyson Fury cheated. Okay, this never went to court to where Tyson Fury was convicted or admitted guilt in cheating, as in Ryan Garcia did. But all these guys that we're looking at wanted Tyson Fury, wanted Deontay Wilder to sue Tyson Fury. They had no problem with him suing Tyson Fury. He wasn't calling the police then. Deontay Wilder wasn't being the first 48 hours, right? He wasn't being being a snitch. Because he wanted to sue Tyson Fury. It was okay. It was a smart move, according to this guy here, Boxing Eagle. But with Devin Haney is snitching. He's not, he's not being street. All type of crazy and weird excuses, okay, why they're against Devin Haney. But at the end of the day, as we saw here with this, hypocrisy from these guys, it's not about, that. It's really about just running narratives, right? A lot of these guys, and, it's hard to say who and which one exactly, but probably most of them, a lot of these guys get paid to run these narratives. The narratives don't have to make any sense, okay? They just have to run the narrative and put it out there in the atmosphere, and then a lot of people will run with it. Some people won't buy it, but most people for the most part will just go along with whatever they see or hear on on YouTube or wherever. Okay, so this is what they're basically doing, with Devin Haney. But now, basically what they're trying to say is that Devin Haney is not trying to fight Ryan Garcia, or he should fight Ryan Garcia in the ring as opposed to suing him, right? But this suit is a very important suit, and it's a suit that we have to, that Devin Haney is obligated to see through, because it's very important. Because if Devin Haney is successful with this suit, all of this cheating and and drug taking and slapping people on the wrist after they cheat, like they did with Ryan Garcia and all these other fighters like Canelo and the whole, the rest of them, when they just slap you on the wrist for cheating when people's lives are at stake. If Devin Haney wins this suit, this stuff is over with. Okay, so this is a landmark suit in boxing. Okay, what he's doing right now, and a lot of people just don't seem to understand it. They I don't know what it is, but it's a very important suit, and hopefully Devin Haney wins this suit, because it's very important. It's going to set a lot of precedent in boxing to where people can't just cheat and then just get a slap on the wrist. There will be consequences to them cheating. As now we see there's really not much consequences, okay? Because at the end of the day, Ryan Garcia should have been fined like about $5 million and banned from boxing, if not for life, for at least 4 years, okay, at the end of the day. But, he just got a slap on the wrist because he had the money to pay $1 million, so he just paid him to his own promoter. How is that a punishment if you're going to pay $1 million to your promoter, who's probably going to give you back the money anyway? I'll give you back half of it. So, I mean, this whole thing is a fraud, right, at the end of the day. But let's get back to the videotape. I don't want to waste a lot of time. Let's get to the receipts. And so we're going to show you what's really going on with this lawsuit. I'm going to give you the inside scoop, because any one of these guys who claim that they're content producers or content creators or journalists could tell you what I'm going to tell you right now and show you, but they're not doing that because they're spinning narratives. I'm not into the spinning up any narrative. So here we go. Let's take a look, at this lawsuit and what Ryan Garcia's lawyer is saying about the lawsuit, right? Let's listen to this. Let's look at this. Regardless, Ryan Garcia's lawyers, Craig Weiner and Rena Jane, have described the lawsuit as wholly improper in the 33-page counterclaim. The Haney complaint is being used for perverted purposes to coerce Garcia into a rematch. Now, what coerce means, for those that don't know, is to force somebody. So they're saying, Ryan Garcia's lawyer is saying that Devin Haney's lawsuit is trying to force them into a rematch, right? And that this rematch is going to cause economic harm to Garcia. By forcing Garcia into the rematch, it's going to cause economic harm, which I don't know how you can spin that into economic harm. He's going to make money for the fight, right? But this is the essence of it, people. Coercing into a rematch. Coerce Garcia into a rematch. Okay? Let's underline that again. And we're going to read it again. The Haney complaint is being used for perverted purposes, according to Ryan Garcia's lawyer, to coerce or to force Garcia into a rematch. Okay, so there it is. They could do the same kind of research I'm doing to find out what's really going on, but they're not doing that because they're getting paid to spin their narrative more than likely, allegedly. Okay, so this is what it is, people. So it's a very simple thing. It's not complicated, right? But so again, these same old usual suspects are at it again. First it was Crawford, now it's Haney, right? So this is what it is. I mean, some of these guys are out of pocket. I mean, they're talking about Devin Haney's wife, his mother, his daughter, or his soon-to-be daughter or son or whatever. That I mean, they all over this man, and for what? Because he got cheated in a fight that he would have won. Okay, because Ryan Garcia was too cowardly and too scared to fight Devin Haney on a level playing field like a real man. He cheated by coming in overweight, which was overlooked by Haney. They just fined him for that. But then he had to come in hopped up on drugs as well. Okay, so we don't even know how many drugs he had in the system because he was cycling off the drugs, as we can see from him taking the intravenous drip that we saw him doing. Right, we saw that. So he could have been cycling. So the drug that was in the system is just the one that they caught him with. We don't know what else was in the system. And the way he was acting prior to the fight, all crazy and acting, I mean, those are the symptoms of somebody that's on something, basically, as far as I can tell, especially, PEDs. Okay, so you should look that up. But anyway, so, this is the guy, okay, that these people are down on Devin Haney for. And some of these guys are, like I said, are really out of pocket, like this guy, KQKC. I mean, this guy's out there talking about Devin Haney's wife, calling all kind of names, all trying to tell Bill Haney how to raise his son and, what Bill Haney should do, what he shouldn't do. I mean, nothing to do with boxing, okay? Keep it boxing. But these guys are talking about everything but boxing at the end of the day, okay? And, when it comes down to what Devin Haney has accomplished in boxing, which is without any precedent, really, he's the youngest, youngest undisputed champion, the youngest guy to become a champion at 20-something or 20 years old, okay, to become a world champion. I mean, the kid has fought some of the best he's going after these people. So it's not like somebody has to come looking for Devin Haney. He's looking for the best fights. But these guys, for some reason, and, can't see that. All they want to see is, he got defeated by Ryan Garcia, and they don't care that Ryan Garcia was cheating. So these guys, are supporting, and they don't care that Ryan Garcia is a racist on top of it. They don't care. So these people support racism, and they support cheating in boxing, okay? And, we got to put an end to all of that. But, again, at the end of the day, when it comes down to that, people will do anything for a few dollars. And, we complain about old media and how old media was biased and old media was this. But these new guys that's in the media now, because, these guys, you can buy them for a McDonald's burger. Okay? These guys are, I mean, they're even worse than the old media. Okay, you can buy them for a couple of dollars. So at the end of the day, these guys are easily bought. They will spin any narrative you want for a couple of super chats, and basically that's what they do. So you can't really take them seriously when it comes to real boxing talk or real boxing analysis. Okay, if you want real boxing, come to TBE Boxing. I just showed you what's going on. I presented the receipts. There's nothing else to say about it. Devin Haney, sue Ryan Garcia for everything that you can get from this cheater, this racist cheater. Take every penny that you can, and then once you sue him and get him to come back in the ring, whoop him whoop him. Okay, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna say anything ridiculous. Just whoop that ass. Okay, at the end of the day. So that's all I have to say. With that said, this is TBE Boxing saying, I'm out.
Got the money for minutes, pretty bitch, gotta show me titties. This is the life that I chose, huh? On the block with the pole, huh? This is the life that I chose, huh? On the block with the pole, huh? This life before Richard, huh? And I got the glitzy, run up on me, I'ma make you get it. I'ma make you get it.